Now I have to record this video again. You see, one of the trying again. Yes, I didn't push the button. Okay, in this video, I'm not gonna give information. Recording this again, and it's going to be better. I'm going to tell two stories, life stories. The second one is one of the most important stories of my childhood. But let's begin with the first one. Because storytelling, my friends, is one of the greatest arts and skills. And you all know it. If you're a parent, when you're with your child and the child, he or she go to sleep, you tell a story. And before you notice it, if you're a good one, you see that they fall asleep. So the first story is about a very famous singer in our country, in my country, in Israel. His name is David Broza. He's a very famous artist. He's a very amazing Spanish guitar player, and got many amazing songs. And I was a soldier, 19 years old or 20, and we were all gathering in this small room where he came to sing for the soldiers. This was amazing scene. Famous singers were coming to us, or to soldiers, or to people that do service, and they sing to them, which is amazing on its own account. Yes. So he came with his guitar, sit down on a box. We all on the floor sitting, and he was sitting on a like a plastic box, and he was singing and playing his acoustic guitar. And we all were quiet, and it was amazing, really. And suddenly, one of the soldiers near me saw that this young lady soldier fell asleep, and he tried to wake her up. But then David says, "Hey, don't do that. Don't wake her up." He says, "It's a great privilege and a compliment for a singer that someone will get asleep while he sings." Real, yeah. All right, and the second story is a real personal story. It's happened when I was 13, and you see, I had a first love, a girlfriend between the ages of 12 to 15, something like 3.5 years, and we were in the same class, and she was my first love, and I loved her from the bottom of my heart. In this age, we didn't even kiss. I mean, it was something like maybe nearly 50 years, and we were holding hands, and only in weekends when we were in these class parties, we were putting vinyl records on a patephone, and we were dancing. And there was a dance by CCR called "Put a Spell on You." You mostly know it. And this was a slow dance, and this was our dance. So we were hugging, and like very, very close, and I could feel her, and she saved my life. The feeling I had in these dances was unforgettable until now. And I will, of course, always remember her, because in the age of 15, we just separated. Each one went to another school. She saved my life as a gentleman, as a young man. But the story goes that when I was 13 or 14 or something, a big guy from the other class, he was one head taller than me and very strong. He was kind of a thug, very frightening guy. He came to me and said to me, "I want I want her. I want your girlfriend." I said, "You can't. She's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. You can't have her." He says, "But I'm going to take her." I said, "No, you're not. She's my girlfriend." Of course, if she would try, she would throw him down the stairs. But I was a young man. For me, it was, all the guys are around listening to this conversation. And I was getting real frightened, but the right kind of fear, remember? And he said, and I said, no, you can't. He says, let's make a fight. Now for me, like fight, what is a fight? I mean, today, this is ridiculous. Yeah, but for the young boy in the age of 14, it was very, very, it was meaningful. And I mean, I couldn't lose in this. But he was much stronger than me. He could put 3 like me on the floor in 5 seconds. And I said to him, I don't know where it came from. I said to him, okay, I'll fight with you. But as in checkmate, if it's a tico, if you can't put me down, or I can't put you down, the situation stays the same. He says, okay, no problem. So the time was set in the break between 2 lessons, something like 10 minutes fight. No punching, no hitting, just trying to put one another on the floor, like in wrestling. And it was 10 minutes, there was a judge, and like 20 guys, 20 boys from the 2 classes were watching this. Now the fight started, and he tried to put me down. And I didn't. I was there, standing. And the fight went on for 10 minutes. And he didn't succeed to put me down. I was just there, firm. I fought the fight of my life. And he didn't make it. He didn't put me down, although he could do it easily. I don't know where I got the strength. Today I know. But after 10 minutes, the judge says, over, time over. And he put my hand up. And then I looked in my eyes and said, now get out of here. And I don't want to see you again. And he went. And I didn't see him again in this case. That's the story. You don't know your powers until you are in a real situation. And you need to fight for something that is important for you. And my friends, this is what makes you a fighter for the good. This is what makes you a fighter for things that are important. Like in this 2 towers in the Lord of the Rings, where Frodo, that is in the end of his force, strength is just collapsing. He says to Sam, why are we doing this? And he says, because there are good things in the world that are worth fighting for. And I'm nearly crying now, because this is so important. Fight for what is important for you and give everything you have. This is the secret. It's a very, very important secret in becoming what you can be, what I can be, what anyone can be. Yeah, fight for what is dear to you. This will make you a knight, and it will make a lady a warrior princess, and it will make all of us dragon riders, because this is what we can and we should become. Thank you very much for being here. See you in the next video.